What an amazing fireside chat. And for some reason on the stage, there we go. What an amazing fireside chat. And what an amazing way to end things off. And on this fireside discussion, we're going to be speaking about immersive intelligence, XR agents. And I am very happy to have with us an amazing guest. It is the one and only Liam Broza. Welcome. Please introduce yourself to everybody as we want to hear and learn more about you, Liam.
Oh, Russell, that was extremely kind. Yeah, my name's Liam Broza of Companion Intelligence. And I've been working on for a while building personal databases, digital memories that allow people to actually build an automatic autobiography of themselves that a computer can understand so they can search and explore their lives and then gain insights, make predictions, make suggestions about their lives with the help of AI. And I've been doing it for a very long time, kind of pre-deep learning. And as time has gone on, I've been adding XR, immersive technologies, and LLMs and other AI technologies to help search, explore, and enhance your life with machine intelligence and big data while keeping it private and secure. And the way that means right now is I've been working on an open source operating system and selling servers so that people can go to companionintelligence.com or build a server on their own and run their own home digital memory and home agents that are completely private to them. And they're assuredly private. We've over the years we've built cloud versions of our digital memory and companion platform. We used to call it LifeScope.
Okay.
And the other thing I've done is I built the biggest 3D web engine team in the world. It was called Ethereal Engine, and I sold it to Infinite Reality, who is now called Napster, and they're building the biggest open source game engine team in the world. It's up there with, and it's all focused on 3D web, and it's called Infinite Reality Engine. I left there last October, essentially to work on companion intelligence, which I just saw the real inflection point in AI and wanted to go start a third company. And because I'm a mad,
I want to jump in because
work on AI.
I'm very curious to ask you because obviously you've called your company Companion Intelligence. So I really want to ask, what does companion intelligence mean to you as a XR technologist yourself, and you've been doing it for so many years? What does that actually mean, like from your lens?
So this was I bought this domain years ago, like pre-pandemic, and it was a concept I wanted to. It was a term that I had played around with the team about, which was, we have artificial intelligence, and a subsection of that would be companion intelligence, CI. And we kind of envisioned that back in like 2018, 2019, back in the really early LLM days, was a AI just tuned to your life, to the time stream of your life, understanding the correlations in your life in an individual, like inside out focus, just on that individual of what came into a person's life that were the major variables that drove, the places they went, the people they interacted with, the things they did, the physical things in the world they interacted with, and the digital content they created and consumed. And those were kind of the 5 lists that we had made that we considered the major variables that you would track in a person's life to really do major predictions. So I started this project with Kyle Barron and Stephen Barry and a few others back in like 2015, 2016, and we started building a data collection system so we could all build our own personal databases. And then we just started hooking it up to off-the-shelf time series prediction engines, like stuff you would use in e-commerce to predict like product behavior. We also hooked it up to location-based AI model, like predictive models that were all built on like logistic engines, like tracking, delivery fleets. And we just hooked them up to people. And we found them really predictive, highly predictive. I could get a differential out of myself that would be like, oh, what is Liam going to do in T plus 12 hours? Oh, well, he's probably going to call his mom. He's probably going to eat out.
Gonna go down the pub.
Yeah. And it would give me just a differential. I'm 78% likely to do this, 65% likely to do this, 15% likely to do that. And it would almost perfectly predict what I was going to do in the differential. And it was very confident about many major things. It could predict what I was going to do next, who I was going to talk to next, what broadly I was going to say next, where I was going to go next. And, we were just building these personal database engines, and we weren't even using LLMs at the time. We were just using the AI of the late 2010s. And it was quite powerful. And I had just, I just remember my teammates and we had really realized that we had stumbled on something big, because we had built a system to get more data, more up to date and cleaner than anyone else had on an individual. And we were really, really encouraged by that. I kind of set that project down during COVID to work on virtual worlds. And now I'm back to it. Now I've always kind of been building my own personal digital memory, I'm a data hoarder. I'm a quant self guy. I do all the things. I wear all the wearables. I have all the toys. But I think it's at the advent of ChatGPT in 22, I was just green with envy, and so were many of my other friends in this, because we'd gone off to do other things besides work on personal AI, and we realized the moment is happening right now. ChatGPT was really the starting gun. So I've been itching to get back to it and actually build this personal first vision of AI and this immersive first vision of AI.
I'm just going to jump in, Liam, because I want to understand something. There's something that you brought up whilst you was talking there. About sort of personal digital memory, right? Why is the concept of digital memory or personal digital memory more relevant now than ever before? Why is that?
Well, the Silicon Valley major AI companies are playing a game of cat and mouse with reality right now, and mainly what they're trying to do is convince everyone that we need these ultra large, closed source, hosted models to run all of our businesses. And they're doing that right now. And then they're going to start to push these idea of AI companions on people. We already see this with Apple Intelligence. We see it with Microsoft Copilot. Apple Intelligence, Microsoft Copilot, all powered by Sam Altman, right? Both of them under the hood. And you see this with Gemini. It's essentially consuming Android, and everybody's staking the claim that you're going to have to pay, that $200 a month. And Sam Altman's talking about, by 2030, he's going to put 50% of people out of work, and the remaining people in work will be giving a large percentage of their salary to their AI subscription. And then you're going to also be told, when you boot up your iPhone or your Android phone or your Windows phone or Windows desktop or whatever, it's inputs equals outputs. That's what they say with Office 365's Copilot AI. Give us all your corporate data, because otherwise the AI won't be as good, right? And then we're going to build you your AI. It's going to be vendor locked to our platform, and we super swear, guys, that we're actually obeying the law, and our EULA. It's a pretty bad existential moment, that we're in right now.
That is very worrying and concerning, because there's a lot of people that are working right now, who have their jobs, that worrying about losing their jobs. I mean, I literally saw on the London Underground tube the other day an advert saying, stop hiring humans, hire more AI workers, basically, hire in your own AI workforce, etc. So let's ask a bit more. I want to kind of go more into sort of the agent side. What ethical considerations guide your design, specifically from companion intelligence? What ethical considerations guide your design for the personal agents that you have specifically?
We're doing a lot on that front. With radical transparency around our design philosophy. We've wrestled with a lot of things. Like, for instance, we've been building like XR. These are the XREal glasses we've been building for the Quest and others, and we've been struggling with the and with this, the AI can just walk around the house with me, see through my eyes, hear through my ears, and I can ask it, hey, what's that photo over there? Oh, that's a Dali piece from 1912 or whatever, right?
Okay.
And that's going back to my personal box. It's not going to Sam Altman. I could show you. If you can check out the website and see the boxes we sell. And there's a power in that. But like, for instance, we played around with putting an avatar in the room with you, an embodied character, a 3D, an embodied agent. And I think there's really interesting things about having embodied XR agents. They activate the empathic circuit. They're very natural. There's all sorts of things they can do. Instruction. They can show you how to do stuff like fix your car or something, right? But also personifying these AI, anthropomorphizing, humanizing them, getting too close to a relationship with them where you start to mistake them for people, because that's what your brain's meant to do with things with faces and eyes and voices. Like, you're going to get a parasocial relationship. And there's tons of literature out there right now about how parasocial even ChatGPT is, and how people are, they're going the full her. They're falling in love with Samantha, So,
right.
and if you look at IO, what Johnny Ive is doing with Sam Altman, they're going to be, having pendants and earpieces, and they want everybody to have the full her. And and there's going to be there's already many companies. I own most of the things that are out yet on wearable AI, and I use all the agents. And there are an unlimited number of companies like Replica and others that are totally fine selling you the girlfriend. And there's millions of people dating AI right now. I think the number is like 6 or 7 million people that they know of, probably many more, that are dating. They're doing romantic stuff with AI, and it's like, that's the stuff that I really worry about. Anthropomorphization. I really worry about trying, as we build this system, to push, bring the benefits of AI, but push away all the parasocial and manipulative parts of it. And I'm very afraid by an industry that is just jumping full force into the most addictive things that you could possibly make. That's why we're getting AI slop, brain rot. These are the terms of the day, because it's pretty bad out there.
It's like TikTok brain 2.0, the next level.
No, we've gone from heroin to fentanyl. We're just going right up the ladder of escapism. It's really quite bad, Yeah.
I mean, I do have one other question, and we're gonna have to finish on this, which is, everyone can have their own companion intelligence, so to speak, but who owns the personality of that specific agent? Is it the person who's getting their own box, so to speak, or is it?
So the way the system's working right now is, I'll tell you a very broad overview. Is we build you these lists of everywhere you go, everyone you know, everything you create and consume and interact with, and this big time stream. And then we have the box get to know you. It has thousands of questions built in that it's trying to answer about you. Russell, where'd you go to school? Where'd you grow up? Who's your best friend? What religion are you? Do you have a kid? Are you dating?
I hope not.
And it tries to answer these questions itself, because nobody wants to answer thousands of questions. And then it starts to take insights and ask for action. So it goes, hey, Russell, I see you're kind of eating junk food. Maybe I should order you something healthy. And it kind of just asks you, hey, you said, I figured that you're trying to go to the gym. Let me help you build a workout routine. I see you and your girlfriend listen to music in the car. I've made you a playlist. So, and the way it's doing that is we're essentially giving it abilities to ask questions, find insights, understand your current context, and give it actions that it can take. And we're going to make this a whole platform, so anybody can add their own questions. Anybody can figure out the insights that, or things it wants to track in the current moment, and the actions it wants to take. We're looking at working with MCP, which is a big platform you might have heard of, model context protocol, which is a way to give every agent actions. And we think that we're looking very hard at that, and many integrations. Now, this all works.
I'm gonna have to
Really
jump in,
just-
Liam. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, go
jump in, Liam, because we are out of time, my friend.
No
But
worries. No worries.
it's been fantastic speaking with you, learning more about companion and intelligence. I think it's amazing what you're doing over there. Please go and check out Liam Brozer, obviously on LinkedIn. Connect with him, follow him, support him. Also, he's doing amazing with what companion intelligence and what he's doing there. So make sure you check out his website as well. And on that note, I'm going to have to jump off as well. So that is it from us. And up next, we've got a roundtable discussion coming up with Christopher. And we'll be we've got lots of more also coming up after that too. So that's it from this fireside chat. And I'll see you very shortly. Goodbye.